Well, what a horrible wet day, but we've still got to get them out. It's what owning a dog's all about. Got to be fair to your dogs, and even when it's pouring down with rain and blowing a gale, we've got to get them out. But something I wanted to do a video on, something that I've been thinking about for a while, and you see a lot of, is this obsession by some people of putting their dog down into a sit or a lay when they see other dogs approaching. Now, if your dog isn't reactive, then okay, not really a big deal. But people seem to do this when it comes to their reactive dogs, and I think for reasons why I'll go into, I personally think that that's detrimental. So when we think of reactivity occurs generally because of two reasons. One is anxiety, it's nervousness, and that is by far the most common cause. The second cause is true aggression, and that's a lot rarer, but it does happen. So you see another dog approaching and your dog is reactive, and then you start embarking on this special traumatic event where you then start, sit. Now, if your dog is, is reactive, it's going to be thinking one or two things. It's either going to be thinking, oh my God, there's a dog coming. Oh no, I don't know what to do. She's been barking in my ear, telling me to sit down, but I don't really want to sit down. They're going to zone you out because their focus is now on that dog, because they're anxious, because their reactivity is born out of fear. That can be for lots of other reasons. On the flip side, your dog is either going to be thinking, right, there's another dog. Yeah, come on then, mate. Yeah, I'll have some of that. And that would be in the case of a dog that is suffering from outright aggression. Now, rather than creating this big special traumatic event where we place a dog and in a dog's head putting them into a sit or a down, if they are able to break their focus from what they're looking at when they're in that frame of mind, but putting them into a sit or a down is just putting them into a position of disadvantage. Remember, they are either frightened of what's coming, or they have, by their nature, again, it's very rare, but some dogs are just aggressive. The dog is not really going to want to do that. If it's frightened, it's not going to want to put itself into a position of disadvantage. Think what dogs do to show subservience to each other. They roll onto their backs, they expose their bellies, they make themselves lower than the other dog. And you're asking your dog to put itself into a position of disadvantage, fight-wise, when your dog is either frightened or is just aggressive by its nature. Now, what we need to do, we just need to normalise seeing other dogs. Just get on with it. I always say to people, I don't do this sort of sit and let the dog go past. Don't create this great big scenario where this dog gets closer and closer and closer, and your dog starts getting more anxious and more anxious, or more angry. Just get on with it. Walk past the other person with their dog, use appropriate and fair correction by whatever tool is most suitable for that dog. Pass your usual pleasantries with the other dog walker, the usual crap. Hello, lovely day. Oh, sorry about the rain. Oh, it's lovely. Oh, it's a bit chilly. Oh, good day. As you do. Just get on with it. Just make it normal. Normalise seeing other dogs. Don't create this scenario. Just make it normal. If you have any reactivity, deal with it via suitable, fair correction, consequence. If you don't get anything, masses of positive reinforcement. And we make it become a normal thing. It's normal to see other dogs when you're out on your walk. It's normal to see other people. We need to not make this dramatic. Just get on with it. You'll find that your dog will become far better when it's not made to sit and wait for this impending doom or this impending threat that is getting closer and closer and closer. When you allow your dog to meet it halfway, show your dog there is nothing to be frightened of. And like I say, if you do get any issues, deal with it, move on. Normalise other dogs. That's the key. So by doing that, what we do is we create this notion in our already psychologically worried dog that when you see this other dog coming, you've got to do this great big special thing, when in reality, all you actually just need to do is just walk past. You need to walk past it and you need to do nothing. It's far more simpler than what people try and make it out to be. Now, some school of thought on what I've just spoken about from some of our positive only trainers is that you should never force a dog to do something it doesn't want to do or it doesn't feel comfortable doing. Whether I walk that dog past the other dog or whether I make that dog sit in a position of disadvantage and that other dog passes it, it has got to confront that dog either way. And I just can't see how logically it can't be thought that the far better way is for that dog to see that its calm leader isn't bothered or worried and that there's nothing to be frightened of. Think of it that way. Anyway, I'm nearly back home and I'm soaked through, so I'll catch you at the next one.